2010 Grand Finals, Warcraft 3 match, Map 2. This could be the very last map for today for Warcraft 3. ReMinD is in the driver's seat, winning 1-0. Korea wanting that gold medal. I mean, he has everything that he wants to do here, and he really, really wants this for his country and for himself.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see. I mean, ReMinD knows that Grubby likes to play Shadow into a second hero lately. They played against each other in the online tournament. I was a little bit surprised actually when Grubby already played a style like that. I would have expected him to keep a certain different play style for a tournament like WCG, but perhaps he wasn't totally sure yet how good it actually was. Well, it turned out very good because the last times these two guys played against each other, Grubby really teared it apart. So I'm curious to see how it's going to be right now. I'm pretty sure that if ReMinD knows that Grubby is going for a second hero, as a Shadow, he's going to react very different to it. Like we've seen him do yesterday when he played against Nick. He faced an unorthodox strategy and he reacted perfectly on it on both maps. Also on Echo House, where he went for that single Demon Hunter. You wouldn't play single Hunter against Orc anymore though, even though it used to be a pretty good strategy back in the days, but that's a long time ago. And we also shouldn't forget that last game started off pretty bad for Grubby straight away. He tried to get a cancel on that Asian of War by sending out that first peon really, really early in the game, but that didn't work out at all, and that really hurted him quite a lot. Also, that slows down your attack, and that's not what we're going to see today. So in this map at least.
Yeah, he's going to play very standard today. You do see Grubby there in red at the 11 o'clock position.
Grubby's blade was going to crit over 9,000.
Yeah, exactly, Superman. And then we do see ReMinD in the blue at the 2 o'clock position. I mean, he's going to do a standard opening like we saw last game with that Ancient of War creeping. Just trying to get close to level 2 and then maybe do some harassment on Grubby.
Once more, this is of course EG Grubby playing from the Netherlands against eHome ReMinD representing Korea. He's not playing from the Netherlands, at least he's representing the Netherlands. So once more, epic final. ReMinD opening up with the Demon Hunter, that's no surprise. We can see the ReMinD going for Druid of the Talents once more. That's absolutely like, he feels the most comfortable with that strategy. And on this map, it's probably the best option as well. There are maps where you can play Druid of the Ancient of Lords, of course, I would try to say, as well with Druid of the Claws or either Dryads. But Echo House is really a much better for Talents because the map is so small. If you're able to get a good harassment off and you can push so easily with your Talents later on, it's going to be really tough for the Orc play once more. But Grubby's going to have a much better start this game than he had on Ancient House. So.
Yeah, it is important for Grubby to, I think, steal those heal scrolls in the middle. I mean, Echo Isles is a 2-player map, and there is only one shop on the map. And getting those heal scrolls for Night Elf is quite important, especially versus like a TC. If he does go TC this map, which I think he will, as you said, because it's quite the best strategy for this map.
Still one burrow for Grubby though. I think actually a one burrow attack for Grubby means that he is going for the Shadow Hunter second. So he's going for a more offensive play. ReMinD, I'm not sure if he has he does have a wish there. We can see on the mini map, we can see Cassandra on the screen, of course, praying for her husband. ReMinD picks up the close attack straight away. Look at this Night Elf creeping, man. He didn't even touch his creep with his Demon Hunter. So ReMinD is going, moving over to Grubby's base straight away with a Demon Hunter. And most likely, if he's going to see that one burrow attack, he knows what he's going to face. Grubby picks up the Gloves of Haste as first item. That's not the best item. It's not the worst either, but it's not the best. What's going to be just as important as the healing scroll is going to be able to get a mana burn off. There we go. First mana burn goes off. So excellent start by ReMinD, creeping really, really fast. Oh, an end snare going off on the ground. That's a little annoying for Grubby because now he's going to have to protect his ground. Actually, he wants just to walk away with the Blade Master. Is ReMinD going to be able to get off one more Windwalk? No, he's not. Well, look at Grubby's ground. It's taking quite some damage. It's already falling down to... As long as it doesn't fall down too far below 300, it's okay. Grubby's going to try to buy something good, but the only thing he can buy is another Gloves of Haste. That's not what he wants. We can see Grubby attacking already. There we go. That's his second burrow.
Yeah. So we will see the Shadow Hunter, I think, from Grubby. He did buy that second Gloves of Haste. I mean, is that very good, or would a Claws have been better? I think a Claws would have been better for sure.
Yeah.
But
I don't really like that move at all. I don't buying 2 Gloves of Haste, but it's Grubby. He's a lot better in his matchup than I am, so I'm sure that he knows what he's doing. But I don't think it's the best decision. I don't think it's what he hoped for either, but it's probably like, if I can't get anything else, then I'll go for this. You see this little Archer. Grubby does manage to take down the first Archer though. That's not a huge deal for Grubby, but it's nice for Grubby, so he at least gets some additional experience, 40. But what I tried to say earlier, at least as important as the healing scrolls are going to be the invulnerability potion on this map. Once more, there's only one Goblin Merchant, so there's only going to be one invul potion at the time. At once, wow, we can see ReMinD picking up another close attack. He's going for that Ogre Magi when he knows that Grubby was going for that Boots of Speed. And wow, this is quite good for ReMinD. I like how he's anticipating. He knows that Grubby goes to the shop straight away. Grubby runs back. He's probably aware of the Demon Hunter creeping this. Demon Hunter is very low on HP though, and Grubby has the Boots of Speed, so this Demon Hunter perhaps could be in a lot of trouble. We
nice
can see
block. Nice block by Grubby there. Gonna chase this Demon Hunter down. He's gonna get able to catch up to it, I think, and force the TP.
There is no Windwalk on Grubby's Blade Master. There's 88 HP left for Demon. Demon is a very fast hero though. 60 HP left for ReMinD. 25 for ReMinD. One more hit. That Grunt is going to be able to click it, and he's gone to Town Portal home. So that's
7 HP. That's really close right there. I liked ReMinD's play there, but Grubby was smart and knew that he was going to do that. I mean, the timing by ReMinD was quite good there.
I liked it from both players. Well, did ReMinD actually lock himself up in his own base? Because I'm not sure if he was able to get out from the top side. At least he wasn't from the bottom side. It seemed like he's trapped.
Yeah, he's going to have to wait for that shop to finish, and then he can uproot it, I think.
Yeah. So he has to wait a little bit.
Yeah, I wasn't anticipating using that TP early on, but it's still okay. No. We saw last game he had to use it early on, and still went okay for him.
He did pick up the Scroll of the Beast, which he could use as well in a push, but he can also just sell it. So, wow, look at ReMinD's gold right now. So that means he probably sold it already. Yeah, there we go. He sold the Scroll of the Beast straight away. So he's going to go for that second hero soon. But if ReMinD, what is even more important for Grubby than normally while forcing a Town Portal is that he's most likely going Shadow into second. And when a Night Elf player doesn't have a Town Portal on 0, well, there is a Pian right here. Does that mean that Grubby is going for the fast expand?
Yeah, I'm curious to see what's going to happen there. There's really no reason unless he accidentally grouped it up, but I doubt he made that kind of mistake. I wonder what hero he's going right now.
Second hero is going to be... Come on, show us the altar. Come on, man.
Beastmaster is going to come in there, try and cancel those tier 2 buildings. Grubby using nice
Oh my god, what a move by Grubby. Sick, really.
Yeah, unreal move. Round right there by Grubby. Definitely a good play.
The Blade Master is running quite low though, actually. There's no more mana on the Blade Master. This might actually turn around. Wow, Staff of Preservation being used. Blade Master being in a lot of trouble. One more hit. The Blade Master does fall down. Oh my god.
Wow. ReMinD definitely turned the tables on Grubby there. That was a really nice round by Grubby, but man, that was way very good.
There you can see how important those two claws of attack were on the Shadow Hunter. Grubby did go for the Shadow Hunter though, but for the Demon, those claws on the Demon Hunter I meant, of course. Grubby did go for the Shadow Hunter, but wow, how bad that turned out for him. What a genius round it was, really. That was unreal. So good, but it turned out so bad. And now having a Shadow Hunter as second hero and not being able to play offensive at all, that's just not good. We do see a building going up on the downside of the map. I'm not sure if that's a town hall. It looks a little bit small to a town hall for me. Excellent save on that ground by Grubby using the speed scroll and putting healing salve. It is a great hall though, and not a town hall of course. Humans got town hall. It's a great hall, but still losing that Blade Master and having a Shadow Hunter, not good for Grubby at all. But if he's actually going to be able to stall enough time later on, he might be able to get away with it, but this looks very bad. And once more, well, you can see how important claws of attack were. Like the Blade Master had this round, but the Blade Master actually fell down even before the Beastmaster fell down.
Yeah, Grubby played good there, but still lost it. I mean, this is quite a strange play by Grubby. I mean, I like it because ReMinD is really not going to be expecting an Expo, especially this soon. Usually Orcs will Expo at 50 food and try and wait, but this is very, very early on, and it may be enough to get back in the game, but losing that Blade Master early on is very, very crucial.
I hope Grubby is actually going to be able to pull up this expansion. That means that the game is going to go longer. Then we might see a really, really interesting game where ReMinD is going to have the better army, at least for a while, because Shadow Hunter is just not that great. Wow, he gets another claws of attack, +9. Jesus Christ. This Demon Hunter will be unreal. It's going to have +21 damage. And whenever the heroes are quite low, I mean, the Demon Hunter would give a couple of hits on the Shadow Hunter, and the Shadow Hunter is going to fall down to a red HP. He's going to be able to at least hex that Demon Hunter a couple of times, but still, that's not what we hope for. But as long as Grubby is going to be able to get up that Great Hall, and he might be able to do some hit and run on ReMinD's base, we might actually going to see a close game. But in a stand-up fight, Grubby is going to have no chance for now.
Yeah,
absolutely no chance. Look at this inventory, +26 damage with that Orb of Venom and a level 3 Demon Hunter. That's unreal. Yeah. You can almost single-handedly take Grubby's army.
Yeah, it's a sick Demon Hunter, especially that Orb of Venom too. I mean, that's just going to do so much damage over time. Grubby did get that healing scroll. Still at a level 2 Blade Master though. ReMinD is already a level 3 Demon Hunter, and this is not looking very good for Grubby right now.
Wow, and actually Grubby has no idea where ReMinD is at all, and that's not Grubby like. Normally Grubby's on top of his opponent. Finally Grubby gets a claws of attack as well. He could have definitely used that. His Great Hall is almost up, but once more he has no idea where ReMinD is, and he really has to hit ReMinD's base anytime soon, because if ReMinD is going for Grubby's base, he's going to go for that burrows, he's going to make Grubby's supply blocked, and he's going to be in a lot of trouble. Yeah. The only thing Grubby can do in advance is kill Moonwells, and ReMinD does not have a scroll of Town Portal, so really, if Grubby's not going to be able to defend his base at all, he's not going to be able to defend his base.
Yeah, ReMinD's going to move in there. Grubby is going to see that with this shop, so I don't know if he's going to... He should run back. I mean, he can't really base trade right now. We do see a Cyclone going off on that Raider. I don't know why he didn't finish that, but it's so low.
We can see the Tinker adding to ReMinD's army as well, and he does have a Troll Berserker, so it's not the only heroes that actually have damage output. The Troll Berserker does quite well as well, certainly against the Spirit Walkers. 40 supply for ReMinD, 41 for Grubby, but this is really a lot better for ReMinD.
Yeah, well, that Raider is going to go down. Grubby's just not really sure on what to do. ReMinD is building a building down by Grubby's Expo. I don't know if it's an AP or what, but he does see that Expo, so...
Most likely it's going to be an Asian of War. Asian of War is very strong harassment building, which makes no sense, but it's true. That's Warcraft 3 for you. That's Night Elf, actually. Grubby does pick up that info potion, and that's what he's going to need. He's going to need to force like at least a retreatment or a hero kill on the Demon Hunter or something like that. He's going to need excellent micro. He's going to need a small miracle once more. Cyclone going off on the Blade Master straight away. Blade Master, wow, look at that level 2 mana burn on the Shadow, and that hurts so much. He does force a cancel on that Asian of War, but this doesn't look good for Grubby at all. He does have 47 supply. ReMinD has 40 supply, but ReMind's army is better.
Yeah, he does have the 3 hero combo, and that's very strong right now. I mean, he doesn't even have a level 3 Shadow Hunter right now, and that Demon Hunter is level 3, so he's going to be mana burning so much right now. It's just unreal. This Demon Hunter, the damage output it's doing is just sick.
One more Shadow Hunter. Grubby using his healing scroll already, while he barely did any damage to ReMind's army at all. He did kill 1 or 2 Talons in the process. No, actually, there's only 1 Talon, but he has to be really careful with his Blade Master. His Blade Master is probably going to get the Cyclone once more. There we go. He does still have that info potion, but that's only a minor info potion, so that lasts 7 seconds. Meanwhile, the Tinkers, they're rushing the fire line. Look, Grubby does get a surround on the Beastmaster, but look at his units. His units are just so low. Spirit Walk falls down, Raider falls down. Grubby on the retreat once more. Cyclone going up on another Raider. Oh, this is well.
Yeah, I mean, Grubby does have more supply, but all his units are weak. He needs to go back and heal.
Grubby actually having 800 gold, but he doesn't have any lumber at all, so this fast strategy is backfiring a little bit on him. He's not going to be able to build enough units because he doesn't have the lumber for it. He could perhaps build at least buy a couple of items, but it's not going to be enough. This Great Hall is going to fall down, and Grubby's going to need base raiding. There's only one way Grubby can possibly come back in this game, and that's by base raiding. And that's why ReMinD stepped his Beastmaster straight away home. He bought the town portal because he knows that's most likely what Grubby's going to be able to do. Because in a stand-up fight, Grubby will have no chance, at least for the next 3-4 minutes. Now, make it 6.
We do see Grubby moving down, maybe trying to buy a heal skull or intercept this Beastmaster. He does know it's going to be coming around somewhere, but ReMinD is dancing it around, going to go around the long way. And I think Grubby is going to go for that base trade option. Yeah, he does buy that town portal, so that is definitely what that means. He is going to try, because he can't win a stand-up fight right now. He needs to buy time, he needs to spend his gold, and he needs to get back in this game.
I think ReMinD will research Nature's Blessing anytime soon, so his buildings will have that extra armor. Grubby is heading over to ReMind's base right now, but ReMinD already, he knew that was coming. That's why he stepped that Beastmaster home straight away. Cyclone going on that Blade Master though, so is ReMinD going to walk home or if he's going to TP home? Grubby doesn't have that many raiders. Okay, he's going for the town portal once more. He's going to Cyclone something once more. No, Speed Scroll being used by Grubby, so that's the first blood being drawn by Grubby in this base raiding process, but he's going to need a lot more of those encounters.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing a good job of keeping ReMinD away and just running away. He needs to keep moving, otherwise something is going to get Cyclone. He hasn't really got... Okay, Raider does get Cyclone there. That was kind of a mistake by Grubby. Needs to keep his army moving, needs to get away, needs to run around.
Perhaps Grubby should actually leave his Spirit Walkers home right now because they're a little bit slower. His heroes and his raiders are a lot faster. I mean, the Spirit Walkers and also the Grunt slow down this base raiding process a little bit. The only reason why he's probably not doing that is because he doesn't have many raiders at all. And you can't really base raid with just 3 units. That's not powerful enough. So he still needs other units. This raider falls down straight away. He's focusing on that Asian of Wonders. Is ReMinD getting Nature's Blessing already? We can't see that yet.
I'm not sure.
He's wow, ReMinD actually stepping one Cyclone, Roof the Talon home, so he can get a Cyclone off. Grubby tried to expand once more, but Asian of War prevented Grubby's plan in that one.
Yeah, we do see Grubby. He's going to just sit at 50 food. I mean, he's at 48 right now. He's going to bank his gold. He's got about 700 gold, getting more lumber right now. He's going to need to build up an army. Cyclone going off on that Raider again, and he is going to disenchant that and try and run it away.
It's just going to be one more Cyclone. It's going to be one more. So one more disenchant being used, one more Cyclone. Grubby uses one more disenchant. Wow, that's 4 disenchant already, but another Cyclone goes off. ReMinD does get the surround finally. I mean, this even shows more that Grubby is absolutely not going to be able to fight. He just used like 4 disenchants or 3 to keep a Raider alive.
Wow,
another
nice
disenchant,
Cyclone.
another Cyclone going off, another disenchant going off. One more Cyclone will be able to go off on this Spirit Walker. No, it does not. So he's going to be able to keep that Walker alive. Grubby heading over to ReMind's base once more, but he didn't do any damage at all so far in base raiding. ReMinD playing very smart. The only way. You can see sometimes neither players panic in this situation. They don't know what to do no more. Should I attack? Should I defend? Basically, there's only one thing you should do. Is just like stay on the 50 supply as well. You know you have the better army, and you should just know that you're have to stay close to your base. Don't lose too many buildings, and then in the long run you're gonna be okay. He has map control in some way that he knows that Grubby's not gonna be able to fight him, and he does have a vision on Grubby's expansion spot.
Yeah.
Actually, Grubby is trying to expand on ReMind's natural position.
That's okay. ReMinD is going to scout that there. Grubby is at 800 gold. The Expo is going to go down. He is going to have to cancel that. And I imagine ReMinD will be TMPing back home very shortly. Grubby is in his base, trying to kill buildings, trying to stall time, trying to get that money and build an army. He's going to have to TP away. We do see them exchanging TPs right now. I think it's still okay for Grubby. He does have more food. He just needs to creep and get back in this game.
But the problem is, even if he creeps a lot right now, Shadowhunter is just not good against the Druid of Talon army. It's only good if you can somehow get the advantage at tier 2. When he's trying to harass you, if you're able to kill the Demon Hunter, then it might actually turn out good in the long run. Then you can level up, and then you can have like much higher heroes. If you're going to be able to get like 4-4 against 3-2-1, then Shadowhunter is good. But in a situation like this, where that Demon Hunter is level 3 already, that Beast Master is level 2, that's not too impressive. But his main thing is that Grubby's heroes are just not that good. He does pick up another infill potion though, so maybe he's going to be able to kill a hero. But he just doesn't. Wow, that's nice. Claws of attack +9. That's exactly what he needs to focus down on those heroes. And his Shadow is going to be able to level. No, he's not going to be able to level up to level 3 of this camp. He does need level 3 if he wants to fight. But I'm sure that Grubby doesn't even plan on fighting for the next 2 minutes even. You still have +26 on the Demon Hunter. The Beastmaster having lots of healing potions as well. Both players just under 50 supply because they know that there is not going to be like a major fight anytime soon. ReMinD doing some scouting with one Druid of the Talon, while Grubby actually panicking a little bit, using Speed Scroll straight away.
Yeah, getting a little worried. ReMinD did add some Fairy Dragons into the army for those Spirit Walkers. Definitely a good combo right here. Grubby is going to break 50. He's at 55 food right now. He got 1,000 gold and decided to spend it. ReMinD is putting up an Expo at the bottom right, because he knows Grubby's going to sit here in base race. He's like, I'll just put up an Expo and wait for you to come.
Well, I really think Grubby needs at least 70 supply to have a chance against this army from ReMinD. Anything less will just not cut it. Coda Beast would help a lot though. We saw him adding a Coda Beast in his later games against Night Elf. That worked out as well. He does have the wire mill. Not sure if that was just for the lumber economy or also for the Coda Beast. Most likely a combination of both. ReMinD having those two Asian while protecting his base. That Spirit Walker is in a vulnerable position. First burrow falls down. The Spirit Walker is on a little bit of focus fire, but the ReMinD decides to go for the burrows. Those burrows of course take extra damage from these Druid of the Talon, which do magic damage. And you can see ReMinD does have Nature's Blessing. Cyclone going off, and then the Blade Master, he does have an info potion. Hex being used, so the Blade Master can actually use Windwalk and not be mana burn straight away. Then he should actually use Windwalk, and there we go, he does use Windwalk.
Nice play by Grubby there, getting away. That Expo is down for ReMinD, so he did lose quite a few burrows there. Grubby's not going to be able to build his army up to 70 food like we were talking earlier. He's going to have to rebuild those burrows and get back in this to produce any army whatsoever to fight this.
See ReMinD also putting an Asian Noir up at his expansion. That's just purely to protect. Asian Noirs are really good against Raiders. They do around like 65 damage a hit, I believe. So that really helps out a lot against base raiding. Wow. ReMinD doing his first mistake actually.
Very careless by ReMinD right there, losing both Fairy Dragons. That's exactly what Grubby need.
Wow, this is the first mistake I've seen ReMinD making in his, both this game. Hex going off in the Demon Hunter. Grubby's going to try to focus down his Demon Hunter. Wow, Cluster Rock is being used on the Tinker. Pocket Factory going down as well. That one Talon taking a little bit too much damage. That one Talon falls down. The 59 supply for Grubby. He is supply block and 48 for ReMinD. The Beastmaster finally joins in. But actually that Troll Berserker falls down straight away. But one more level 2 mana burn goes off. But this army from ReMinD is just so much better than Grubby's army. That Catapult is doing a great job though, so that Warmill wasn't only for the Coda Beast, and it was for the Catapult. And ReMinD, Grubby actually forces the town point on ReMinD. ReMinD just doesn't want to take too many risks. I'm pretty sure that ReMinD could stay in this fight a lot longer, because in the end, as soon as he that Orb of Venom will just keep those Orc units down on HP. The Shadowhunter didn't have any mana anymore. Like, look at those Raiders. If that fight would go on for like another 45 seconds with a couple of more summons and another factory, he would lose really a lot of those Raiders. But I can understand ReMinD to town port home because he does have that expansion up and running. So there's absolutely no way for him, like no reason for him to get into a tricky situation and perhaps lose his hero to a critical strike.
Yeah, and he did lose those Fairy Dragons fairly early on in that fight. I think he's going to want those for the next battle. He does have that Expo, so there's no reason for him to stay in that fight. He wants to know that he can take the fight and win the fight. He doesn't want to play carelessly.
Wow, actually, he gets very fire off and the Blade Master straight away. That's a huge deal. One Asian War being there. Grubby's going to try to focus down that Asian War because he knows that that's going to be really annoying, but that Asian War can really have quite a lot. Certainly when it's with the Nature's Blessing upgrade. Cluster Rock is going up once more. That Beastmaster being a little bit too far in the front. Beastmaster being a lot more vulnerable than than the Demon Hunter. Wow, Cluster Rock is being used excellently. That Catapult taking a lot of damage. The Catapult falls down, and wow, that's really bad for Grubby. That Catapult is the only thing that does really a lot of damage on those Talons.
Yeah, I mean, Grubby's at 59 food right now, ReMinD's at 41, but ReMinD's units are doing far more damage than Grubby's. Grubby's units are very weak. He does have one heal score left. We see Peons and Grunts and Raiders both in the red. His damage output is being severely taken out by the Cyclone. I mean, he does use that heal score right there, healing quite a lot of his army. He does have 2 mana pots on that Shadow Hunter, so I think he can keep a lot of his units alive right now.
That was really an excellent heal score by Grubby. Couldn't actually wish for a better moment to use it, and the Agent War taking a lot of damage. This Agent War is going to fall down, and that makes ReMinD's position a little bit more vulnerable. ReMinD has to be careful with those couple of Talons. ReMinD has like 1k gold. ReMinD actually slobbing a little bit micro. Grubby doing a great job in this fight, really. Look at the Grubby, but he is running low on mana on his heroes though, so the Shadow Hunter level 4. Look at ReMinD having so much. Actually, ReMinD suddenly spent off all of his gold.
Grubby's doing a very good job of getting back in this game. Gonna try and surround this Demon Hunter right here. He's gonna surround it right here.
I'm not sure.
It may go down. I don't think it has a TP.
Well, it doesn't have a TP. It does have another healing sword though. Well, actually, that Demon Hunter is taking a lot of damage. Where are the Talons? Where's the third hero for ReMinD? There's the Tinker. Where's the Pocket Factory? Well, the Pocket Factory was too far in the base. ReMinD does really have a lot of vehemence. Wow, the Demon Hunter falling low is going to be another Cyclone. Wow, critical strike. Demon Hunter. Wow, Demon Hunter falls down.
Wow, very nice play by Grubby there. Getting back in this game.
56 left for Grubby. Is ReMinD going to be able to rebuy his Demon Hunter in the middle of the map? But this is actually great for Grubby. Without the Demon Hunter, ReMinD really loses so much of his damage output. One more Talon falls down. Oh my god, Grubby actually managed to snipe the gold mine with one Raider. ReMinD not being aware of that, not entangle it straight away. Seriously, what a comeback.
Yeah, this is why Grubby has won this twice already. I mean, he's getting back in this game, being down from so much. He's doing a great job of doing this.
I can't believe this. Unreal. Demon Hunter is back though, and there is another healing potion. So this is not the end yet, but Grubby doing great right now. Look at all these moonwells. This Demon Hunter is sucking up this moonwell straight away, and Snap's going up, but Grubby knows that he can just kill the Demon Hunter straight away once more. I mean, that happened once, it probably won't happen twice. ReMinD should really be careful though. One more Catapult being added. This looks great for Grubby. I can't believe this. I can't believe this.
What a comeback. He does have that tower far back in the base. He's putting a shop in here to keep mana on his Shadow Hunter so he can heal these units and get ready for this fight. 60 food for Grubby, 40 for ReMinD. I don't see ReMinD getting back in this at all. Wow, and Snare on the Demon Hunter. He does have a heal pot. Gonna try and keep surrounding this, but he's not being able to get in there. He needs to keep ensnaring it.
It's all about keeping Cyclone on. Oh, nice self-preservation, and he doesn't still have those 2 movements. Grubby has to be a little bit careful, doesn't have to overcommit on focusing on the hero. Now the Blade Master actually running into a little bit of trouble, using those movements once more. The night is still long, so those movements are going to redrive. There's going to be Cyclone on the Blade Master once more. The Demon Hunter being in a vulnerable position. He does have one more healing potion. Critical strike going up, 160 damage. Is there going to be another step of preservation? Demon Hunter running really low.
Demon Hunter going to go down.
Demon Hunter falls down.
For Grubby. Wow, like, what a sick play.
What a sick. Those 2 claws are really helping out a lot as well, so that's what he needed. Is ReMinD going to be able to rebuy his Demon Hunter once more in the middle of the map? Is he going to be able to heal up his units in the first place? He did lose a lot of moonwells. He's sending something to the middle of the map once more, so he's going to try to rebuild it. But now even ReMinD is going to be low on gold despite having that expansion. But wow, it was such a key move as well that Grubby sniped down that gold mine with that one raid. That was such a genius play.
Yeah, that was definitely smart by Grubby. Going in there, getting that gold mine down, making it 1 base versus 1 base. He's doing a good job. He did build that shop in the base. He can heal up and now grab mana pots. He's going to be able to stay in ReMinD's base for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and he's going to take down his movers right now, and that's huge. That means that the next time that Demon Hunter falls down, there's no way of free healing for him. He's going to buy an Info Potion. He's going to be healing scrolls. He's going to buy both. He's going to buy healing scrolls and Info Potion. He even sells one of his claws. That's how much he needs to keep his heroes alive right now. But this army from Grubby is looking quite healthy again. It took so much damage in the long run. But look at this Shadow Hunter being under the effect of Clarity Potions. 1 Wisp being added to the process. That Raider gets a couple of hits. Cyclone going off and the Blade Master once more. I'm not sure how much mana there is left on those Spirit Walkers. ReMinD running really low on Wisp though. I mean on Lumber. He should transfer a couple of Wisps. Okay, actually his move will run out, so that's safe enough. And he can use the 3 of a turn in the fighting process. In the long run, this actually might be good for ReMinD because he does have still income. But on the moment, it's still Grubby. Certainly epic game for a World Climber Games.
Yeah, definitely quite a good game right here. He's going to go over here, try and surround this Tinker, trying to do damage. He's going to surround it right here. I'm wondering if he's going to staff it or not. Not going to staff it. Tinker does go down. Quite a lot of weak Raiders, though. He needs to back up and get back and heal. He does heal, so that's very good right now.
One more healing salve. ReMinD really should use his buildings in his fighting process.
Wow.
The Beastmaster actually being really in a vulnerable position. 224 critical strike. Look at this Blademaster, level 5 Blademaster focusing on hero. Is Steph gonna go off? One more and snare goes off. This hero is gonna fall down as well.
Level 5 Shadow Hunter for Grubby right now. He's definitely back in this game. He's doing a good job. Critical strike is getting up to 260 damage right now. Level 3 critical strike, so powerful for Grubby.
Well, ReMinD does still have 1k left. What ReMinD probably should do right now is unroot all of his buildings and walk to his expansion. Because as long as the expansion is running, he still has a chance in this game. He's rebuilding his move walls, but no, Grubby is going for the expansion right now. So what is ReMinD gonna do? He's gonna kill that Voodoo Lines. Grubby totally out of peons. I'm surprised he didn't use his peons yet for some long distance mining. Okay, actually you can see on the left side of the map, he is going for that long distance mining, and now he's finally focusing on that gold mine. This gold mine is most likely gonna fall down. He's gonna use his Wisp to detonate the mana on the Shadow Hunter. Is that the Wisp in range? No, it's not in range.
Yeah,
otherwise you wouldn't. Well, we can see one Coda Beast being added as well, but ReMinD still has those buildings, so in the long run, the ReMinD will still be able to put up an expansion, and Grubby won't be able to put up an expansion. You can see this Ancient War doing some harassment on these peons. What a game, seriously. ReMinD still has chances, even though they are little right now. He does still have chances. He does still have 700 supply, and he does still have those buildings. And as long as Grubby doesn't have an expansion, he can't go too vulnerable with his Raiders, because these buildings, with Nature's Blessing, they tear apart Raiders.
Yeah, they definitely do. I mean, Grubby has no economy right now. He's trying to go over there and try and put down that Expo, but that Ancient of War is doing a very good job of keeping Grubby from Expoing. But the Expo does go down, so both players aren't mining gold anymore. Both players at about 480 gold. 49 supply for Grubby, ReMinD at 44. ReMinD just needs to sit back. He has this Tree of Eternity to protect him, so he can definitely just sit behind that, use that as a meat shield. I mean, it's 2,000 health. He is going to go for this altar. Beastmaster trying to rebuild, but Pillage and these Raiders do so much damage to these altars, and they just go down very, very fast. I think Grubby's just going to kill this and back out.
That's good. That's the way. ReMinD has to defend his altar, but he also has to be careful that he doesn't lose damage. The altar falls down. Wow. I really didn't like the positioning of the altar as well. He should have had buildings in front of that place. Is Grubby going in for the kill? Is he going to go for the final fight? I mean, ReMinD uprooting his buildings once more. Grubby did have 400 gold though, so I think what Grubby should do right now is just back off a little bit. Don't overcommit and go for his own expansion. Then ReMinD will probably get his own expansion, but now Grubby actually has the better heroes. He has 5-5, level 5 Shadow Hunter, level 5 Blademaster, and he does have 400 gold. Well, one Cyclone going off. Is Grubby trying to try to save that Cyclone, that Raider? Yes, he does. He knows that ReMinD has to be really careful as well, so he's going to try to save it. That's Raider being a little bit low in HP though. Is Grubby going back for the kill? He's going for the talent. The Cyclone going off, and that Blademaster is Grubby going to be able to get off mana burn on the Shadow? No, it's not well. That you can see
down.
Yeah, you can just see one hit of that Ancient Weird. Seriously, this is sick. This is epic. Yeah. Grubby has the gold to expand. Is he going to expand, or is he going to buy mercenaries?
It's sick. ReMinD is still in this game, using these buildings to. He has a meat shield to protect these dots, and he has his Demon Hunter. Definitely the best hero he has right now. The Tinker and Beastmaster have fallen down. He doesn't really need those right now. He has these trees, and he can do a good job of protecting his army. I mean, it's anybody's game still. I still am surprised ReMinD's still in this. Grubby needs to put up an Expo right now, because ReMinD can walk his tree over, plop it down, and still mine, while Grubby has to put up a Grey Hall, which is going to take much longer to build.
Wow,
take out
nice job by Grubby. That's basically what Grubby has to do now in the long run. He can snipe off units so easily with that Blademaster, one by one. He doesn't have to fight inside of these buildings. He can use the level 5 Blademaster, snipe off one Talon at a time. The only thing he has to be careful is that he doesn't get into a too vulnerable position. But ReMinD has to be really careful on the same time as well. There we can see the Fairy driving. You're going into a phase shift. No, not phase shift. Yeah, forgot the name.
Yeah.
37 supply for Grubby, around 25 for ReMinD, I believe. Blademaster running a little bit low in HP. Cyclone going off on that Blademaster, while Grubby has to be careful though. If that Blademaster actually managed to get surrounded, disenchant being used, is there going to be one more? Well, you can see how careful ReMinD has to play. This is so micro-intensive, seriously. I have so much respect for both these guys. This is unreal. This requires so much micro.
It's going to take out that one Ancient of Wonder right now, trying to get rid of these buildings. ReMinD doing a good job using these buildings as meat shield for his dots.
Yeah. A little dancing going around. The Tree of Eternity still being in there. I'm not sure if ReMinD actually has a Wisp left. I believe he used all of it with the Dead Knight. There we can see Grubby speeding, so he don't use them for long distance mining anymore. Grubby actually spent his gold. Well, look at that Demon Hunter with 3 healing potions. So Grubby's gonna be careful. He does hex the Demon Hunter though straight away. Seriously, this is so epic. This is freaking history.
Yeah, this is. That's how excited he is right now.
Level 4 Demon Hunter still in there. One healing wave going up. The Tree of Eternity still in there. One more mana burn going up. One that Blade Master. Level 5 Shadow Hunter still in there. He does still have a mana pot. I think he researched backpack and he brought them with the peons because he did spend his gold and he didn't put up an expansion. I still think Grubby could have put up an expansion and then just let ReMinD put up his own expansion. I think he could have done that. Seriously,
yeah.
This is
I mean, Grubby
unreal.
has 50 gold left, so I think he's opting to go all in or nothing right now. I mean, he wants to end this game. I don't know if it's going to work out in the long run for him. I would rather play the safe play myself, but that Kodo going down very weak. It is at half health, but level 5 Shadow Hunter keeps things alive for so much longer with that healing wave.
ReMinD actually gave up as well on trying to rebuild his heroes. That's why he got all of these potions. He's still at 26 supply. Seriously, how long is this going to go on?
Yeah.
The Tree of Eternity is still there. He could probably eat the tree, so it is full HP. He did use one healing potion in the long process. Blade Master has a healing potion now as well. Those peons are still in there. That Asian 1 is still in there. Grubby's probably just going to like back off a little bit, try to get 75 mana on the Blade Master. He's going for the Demon Hunter. This is not a good position to fight for Grubby, I believe. I don't think he should be able to do that. The Asian 1s are not there though, so Cyclone's going off 1 time, 2 time. Grubby does have that that Shadow Hunter, which is going to provide him with healing waves on the long run. So the damage which he's going to take, he's going to be, wow, look at there's one more Asian War. That Asian War which prevented the expansion for so long. What is Grubby going to do at this shop? He's going to be able to buy anything? I don't think so.
Yeah, one Ancient War coming in for the flank. Grubby's doing a good job. I mean, the Demon Hunter did have 3 heal pots before. Now it only has 1. I think he's trying to get those heal pots down, and then once he has no more, just go for the kill. Because once that Demon Hunter falls, Grubby can do whatever he wants.
Yeah. Grubby's actually going for some base raiding at the top side. I wonder what took him so long. I wonder why I didn't think of that. But that's an excellent decision by Grubby. He's going to be able to take down those moonwells. He did research pillage, I believe, a long time ago. Yeah. So he's probably going to be able to get like at least 200 gold. If I were Grubby, I wouldn't even use my Blade Master at all. I wouldn't use my Shadow Hunter. I would just only use the Raiders. And that's exactly what he's doing. ReMinD, meanwhile, is finally going to try to be able to put up his own expansion. But if he's going to be able to fight, if ReMinD is going to try to defend his base, he's going to have to fight in the open field. And I think that's where Grubby is going to be able to take ReMinD down.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we do see this peon coming in here. It doesn't have enough gold to build anything, but Grubby is running around with Windwalk right now. He sees the Demon Hunter. He's trying to get more gold. Grubby is back at, we don't know his gold, but...
Yeah, it's around 180. Grubby at least got 180, and there are still 2 movements left. That Ancient of Wonders is on fire, but of course it can eat a couple of trees, so it came back to healthy health. 22 supply for ReMinD still. He's finally going to be able to entangle this gold mine, but most likely the Blade Master will focus on the kill on that. No, actually the Blade Master is here. I mean, wow, this is... I can't believe actually ReMinD did that. Wow, ReMinD used the potion, so apparently the Demon Hunter was under some focus fire somewhere in the process. Yeah. Or that was at the last moment. Grubby sending in his speed back, so he's going for fight this mine. Grubby is going to try to take down the Fairy Dragon.
The Demon Hunter right now. I'm surprised ReMinD's going to fight this right here. He has no trees to really defend. I think this is the time Grubby needs to take it. He does have move
284 critical strike. There we go. There's only one building fighting for ReMinD. 284 critical strike once more. Now this is finally Grubby's moment. This is Grubby's moment. This Demon Hunter won't be able to pull this off anymore. ReMinD really should have just gave up on this little base. 264.
Just takes down all that health. I mean, Grubby does need to be careful here. He does have 1 full Moonwell left, but Grubby's doing a good job. Demon Hunter half health right now. Doesn't have enough mana for a pie. He does have that Moonwell right there.
X going up in the Demon Hunter, level 140 HP. The Demon Hunter falls down. Wow. And ReMinD calls good game. What a legendary game. Wow. What a historic game too. And look at the audience going crazy, man. One of the best Orc against Night Elf games I've ever seen, or at least one of the most exciting ones. Yeah. Unreal comeback from Grubby, unreal skill from both players. I don't think it was a wise decision to defend those 2 Moonwells, because there was no way he's going to be able to fight off those Raiders in the final moment without the wind of without the help of that Tree of Eternity and that Ancient Wind. But sick, what a performance! And it's 1-1. We're going to see a 3rd game, and how good is that? How great is that?
I mean, that was such a sick game. Grubby being at a disadvantage so early on, losing that Blade Master very early, and coming back. I mean, it just shows how much skill this player has, how much knowledge he has of the game to come back in and fight his way back into this game.